Alrighty, folks. Steve TV is online, is ready for this run, so we're going to get started. We are going to be showing off the last campfire, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this run. Take it away, Steve.
Hello everyone, my name is Stevetvonline, and I'm going to be showing off, sorry, wow, my voice. I'm going to be showing off the last campfire any percent. I'm going to be playing this on the Xbox, so sorry to say there won't be like a world record or anything, but I am the third place runner for this game. This is a cute puzzle game. I know I was talking to Mash beforehand, and they were like, "Oh, I thought we were going to be in the wilderness and had to survive." No. You will see. This is a very different story. So the timing will begin the second that I hit normal mode here. So without further ado, I will count down in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So first thing that we're going to do inside of this game is we are going to be skipping the first cutscene, which is unfortunate because it kind of like tells the story, and there is going to be a narrator narrating the whole time, so if you can read really fast, go for it, but otherwise we're going to be matching through their dialogue the entire time. This is Ember. Ember has supposedly died or gone to a different place, and we have to try and get out of it. And we're going to be running into other characters like us that have been trapped inside of this area and become forlorn where they just can't escape. But the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go over here and we're going to say, "Oh, another person like us." Not. They're kind of dead. They're dead. Oh, that's a nice satchel. Maybe I should take it. Please do not steal stuff, please. Even if they're dead, I don't think it isn't that like illegal. But anyway, we're gonna grab the satchel, and the satchel's gonna be important. We're gonna grab the satchel, and then we're going to find a golden figure inside of it. We're gonna go up here, and we're gonna solve our first puzzle, if you could call it that. We're gonna just turn that, and then we're gonna go and go down to this platform right down here. And then we're going to solve the puzzle, if you want to say it. It's super simple. All we're going to do is we're going to move up here, we're going to move this down here, and we're going to move this all the way up, and there we go. The puzzle is solved. Super easy. Beginner puzzle, I guess, tutorial, I guess, if you could call it that. So sometimes in this game, you can just let the dialogue go while you're going. However, we're going to get a dialogue box here that we have to mash through, otherwise the game will not continue on. So there we go. Usually if you, like I said, if you go through stuff like this, like I can't mash or anything, sometimes it'll go like that where you can just continue on, but not that one for some reason. It's like the only one in the entire game where the screen won't continue. So another egg that you can't really see because it's not really, like, you can't really tell. I'm not just holding the B button, like I said, B to dash. I'm actually doing like a do for the mashing, or for the dashing, to get a speed boost that really helps out. This is our first actual puzzle, Guiding Light. It's a very simple puzzle. All we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this, we're gonna move it all the way over here, we're gonna go around, then up, and then we're going to go all the way up here. We're going to grab the chain, pull it down. Then we're going to actually go back down by pulling this chain and dropping it down. All the way over here. Drop it down. Go all the way over here. Oops, grab it. Sometimes Ember doesn't like to grab stuff. And then we're going to go back up, and we are going to pull the next chain and be done with this puzzle. And that's the first puzzle, Guiding Light, done.
I'm already impressed with the puzzles so far.
Oh, just wait, just you wait. There's some. I actually accidentally found a faster strat in one of the upcoming, or in the one of the later puzzles.
like how adorable our character is. He almost reminds me a bit of like Sackboy, in a way.
In a way, yeah, they are. They are. Oh. All right. So on to the next area. We're just gonna do a tiny bit of a thing here. We're just gonna walk through the wall there. It saves like no time. So normally we would want to follow this this spark to get to the first campfire. Huh? Interesting. There's campfires in the game called Last Campfire. But instead we're going to go all the way over this way, and we're going to go on to our next puzzle. And after that puzzle, we actually have our first major skip of the game. Yes, there are some pretty big skips in a cute puzzle game like this.
I would have never guessed, actually.
There's some pretty big ones in this game. And the trick that I'm going to do is actually used throughout the game. This is a very quick puzzle for Spoken. I will say that for probably all the puzzles, but we're going to turn that. We're going to grab this. We are going to place it right here. Let's place it right there. We're going to turn this. We're going to pick this up again. Move it over here so we don't grab it again, and then we're going to turn that, and that's the end of the puzzle.
It was that simple? Really?
Yes. That one took me forever to figure out, honestly.
I at least would have spent half an hour or more on that puzzle, for sure.
It took me a long time to do that puzzle originally.
My mind is continuously blown every time I see a puzzle game done fast like that.
All right, so this is a forlorn. Like I was talking about, they're trapped. They don't know how to get out. But luckily, we were able to go into their mind and free them. All right.
So the little pixie-like things, those are like fairies, are like their soul essence, I guess. And we're trying to like bring them back to the bodies. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now we're gonna go on to Mash. I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you like frogs?
I do in fact like frogs. I highly encourage people not to lick the frogs, but frogs are cool.
All right, cool. Because we're going to be using a frog statue for our tricks. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stand about right here. We're going to turn. Oops. Well, I messed it up. Oh no! Don't do that.
Oh no!
We're going to turn.
Froggy.
And we're going to pop up here. That skips us having to go all the way around to get up that little pathway there. Skipping through the wall and popping up top and not having to climb was good, because normally if you go through there you would have to still climb up that, but somehow I was able to find out that if you just go and go through the wall and step a little bit farther forward, you're able to completely skip climbing up that, saving a little bit of time, because Ember climbs very slowly. So now we're going to go all the way over here, and that is the end of the puzzle. I've been talking throughout this entire puzzle. It's not that hard of a puzzle.
You say that, but I guarantee there's somebody that, including myself, that would have spent at least 15 minutes on it or more.
This was one of the ones that just clicked with me all of a sudden when I was playing it, that puzzle. Alright, so Forlorn, so I forgot to explain, I have to free 4 Forlorn in each one of the areas in order to continue on to the next one.
A moment of silence.
Alright, so I heard you like frogs, so we're going to use that frog once again to skip back through, grab the frog again, and then we're going to do another skip with this frog. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the frog about right here. We're going to stand right here. Oh. I'll get it, I promise. There we go. It's going to pop us up into the air.
What?
There we go. And then we're just gonna go through the wall here.
What?
No big deal, just casually.
I didn't know that frogs had a hidden
game.
stat called levitation. Like, that was crazy. I'm assuming that was just some interesting clipping mechanics at work, right?
Yeah, it was clipping because it's trying to grab something around the corner that you're not actually
Their
like
frames have fallen
there
aside.
to like right next to it, so it decides to flip you up into the air for some reason.
What came next?
All right, so this is another puzzle. We're almost done with it. We've now officially solved the puzzle. We just have to get back up to the cage to free him. And with that, we have now freed all four of the Forlorn, and we actually have to head back to the first campfire. It's not the last one yet. It is, in fact, the first campfire. But while I'm heading back there, if you have anything that you want to plug or say, go for it.
Yeah, certainly. Just want to mention that if you do end up throwing in a
Spoke hesitantly.
support towards the charity via donation or something of the sort, and you would like to have a message read on stream, feel free to do so. We will read the messages on stream unless you let us know that you do not want to have that be read over stream. But again, all the support that you do give us goes straight to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Again, highly encourage people to support the no-kill dog shelter in the Norfolk region. Very, very good thing for saving doggos. Like, they've been doing it for years, and no glitches allowed in general for both this holiday event, no holidays allowed, as well as their other mainline event, has been supporting them for many, many years, and will continue to do so going forward, because they have grown very, very attached to the community and the charity, like the charity organization in general, because of such great work they've been doing since the very start. So, thank you.
Ember looked to the ghost for answers.
All right, so this is the I guess guardian of the campfire, and
forlorn.
we are just matching through a bunch of like dialogue here. It's always going to be the same direction, and this next one is the most important. I need to hold down when I'm mashing. I want to move on instead of I want to help others, because then it will just go back into the statue, and then we have to go through all the mashing and dialogue again. So it won't give us that dialogue unless we have enough Forlorn. And then the Guardian is going to go in and open up the door for us. And I just recently realized that the door, when it highlights, is in the same shape as the spirit that we're talking to, which is really cute as well.
There are others like you will always be welcome.
All right, so now we're done with that, and we are going to make our way through the main area here. And I'm gonna say right now, if you play this game casually, and I would highly suggest it, the other puzzles are just as fun as the ones that you're seeing me solve right here. They do give you a little bit of like thinking as to what you have to do, and that's why I love puzzle games so much. So right here, we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna talk to these birds, quote-unquote birds. They're gonna ask what's going on, and I say I need to talk to the Forest King.
So you just generally like puzzle games because they make you think more than you normally would, right?
Oh, I love puzzle games. They're probably one of my top favorite games.
Stimulating the brain has always been a good thing, so I can understand why a lot of people have grown very fond of puzzle games, especially a puzzle game like this with a very nice, cute sort of art style to it. It's really nice to see puzzle games like this.
I originally bought this game because it was like really cheap on Xbox, and it's slowly becoming one of my favorite speedruns to ever do because it's so cute and it's like a unique sort of puzzle game. This is not just puzzle after puzzle after puzzle. There's actually like some story involved with it.
I'm a big fan of story in games, definitely. Yeah. As an RPG lover, definitely love story.
Alright, so this is the Forest King. The Forest King is saying, "Oh, are you afraid of the dark? Here, I can make it light for you." It's not that I'm afraid of afraid of that. I'm afraid of you.
Only the night that frightens
But I
me.
want to move on.
The bird grew trying and
Then he gives us a feather to, because, oh, we say, oh, we want to move on. Well, you shouldn't move on. Here, take this feather so you can become a bird. The birds will protect you.
Now take this feather. Feather birds keep little birds should never leave.
And so we tell the Forest King, hey, we're going to stay here. I promise we won't move. But yet, we are going to go and we are going to move and get out of here. Because we don't like just staying here to become a bird. And then the birds try and steal our bag from us.
Yeah, one of us.
And we say, no thank you. So we're going to go over here and we're going to talk to this bird. Who's going to say, hey, no one is allowed down there. And then we show them our feather and they're like, okay, you keep watch. And make sure that nobody goes down there. When in fact, we are just going to leave and betray the birds.
Why? They seemed like such nice people.
Oh, yeah, sure, they're nice people.
Amber didn't like deceiving the birds. But what
Oops,
choice did
I
they
always
have?
get stuck on that rock every single time. Every single time. Alright, so now we're going into, It's kind of interesting. It's a story-related puzzle, I guess you could sort of say. So now we're into the marsh where they told us not to go.
Hung close to Ember, hiding them.
And we are going to be working on solving a map, but in an interesting sort of way. So this area looks nice, doesn't it, Mesh?
I do like the vibrancy of this area. It doesn't look nearly as swampy as I was expecting, though.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you like that area, because we're gonna move this map piece up. And hey, Mash, isn't this area nice?
Yep.
The same place as before.
Oh, good. Because now we're going to grab another piece and we're gonna add on to the puzzle. But I just had to ask you, Mash. Do you like this area?
Yes, I like the vibrancy of it. It looks very
good,
pretty.
Good. We're gonna be moving pieces around to solve it. This took me a long time to solve. So the next piece that we're gonna do is we're gonna just move this over twice and go down.
Gradually,
So we're creating
and then we're gonna go back into
pathway.
the same area once again. We're gonna be seeing that area quite a few times throughout this.
Okay,
But
I
actually,
see what you're getting at. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was asking you multiple times.
I thought there was gonna be some like secret ploy that like, oh no, it's gonna look like disgusting the next time we go through it. It's gonna look more like a swamp.
No.
I'm like, why? So you're basically reordering or re-piecing together the area so you can advance through?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So this is actually the last piece that we have, but this is very important because we need all of these pieces in order to get the next item, which is the lanthorn. And the lanthorn is very important. You need it in order to continue throughout the story. There's no skipping this because you need it throughout the game. So we have to go through all of this. I don't even know how they would intend on skipping this anyway. So we're going to move this around. We're going to go over here, grab it back up. And then we're going to drop it down here and we're going to spin it around. Perfect. Then we're going to go down here, grab the statue up one more time. This statue is not the lanthorn. You will know the lanthorn when you see the lanthorn. What does the lanthorn sound like to you, Mash?
I honestly don't know.
What does it sound like it would look like?
Lamp thorn. So I'm imagining some kind of like tree looking ish thing.
No, it is a horn.
Well, it's just a regular old horn.
Well, not just any regular old horn. This lanthorn has a very interesting ability to it.
It's a horn of the gods, basically, right?
Yeah, in a way. So every time that we use the lanthorn, it allows for us to move pieces like this.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. We use it to solve puzzles later on in the game as well.
The world is now your puzzle.
We are now officially done with the lanthorn. We got the lanthorn, and then we need to finish solving the puzzle and go into the actual part of the swamp, the marsh.
I wasn't picturing the horn giving you the ability to move the world, but you know, that's an interesting spin on what a horn would do.
So we're gonna move that there, and we're gonna move this up here, and there we go. We have now solved the final one. That is the part that took me forever to figure out where I had to go. So now that we have the lanthorn, we can move up here, up this way, and get out of this area. This is the last time you'll see this area, Ash.
Oh, that's sad, because I actually like the colors in this area. It's got a nice, like, warm sort of soft
So we're
palette.
coming up into the next area where we are going to have a slide, and I need everybody in chat to go whee! As we go down the slide, because I will be. But also, a very important thing is coming up. It's the biggest skip in the entire game. It skips a lot of time. I don't even know how much time it skips. But here's our first slide. We're going to be going down multiples. Whee!
Whee!
All right. This isn't the biggest skip, but it is a major skip. So that pig there, normally we would have to wake up the pig in order to eat the plant by using this. However, what we're going to do is we're going to completely skip using the pig. We're going to run into this corner here, wait for it to move a little bit, and hopefully get through. Nope. Okay, this is a harder trick to do. Oh, I almost had it. Come on.
Tell me there's more slides in this run.
There is. There definitely is.
That's good. I demand more slides than ladders.
Come on, Ember. You can do it. You can do it. Please, Ember. Please, Ember. 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 Alright, so this isn't saving any time. This is probably slower, but I want to show this trick off now.
So we're trying to do something similar to as before, where we got ourselves clipped into that pillar and levitated by grabbing the object when we shouldn't be able to from where we are, right?
We are going to be clipping past the plant, yes.
Okay. And then essentially skipping doing all the stuff we should be doing.
Yeah, I should just do it normally now at this point, but at this point, I just want to show it off.
We're committed.
Okay, whatever. We're showing it the regular way. Hi, pig. Follow me.
Alright, I'm gonna call the piggy Mr. Oinkers.
This is the only time you're going to see the pig. Alright, so
the Oinkers will live on with us the rest of this run at this point.
So unfortunately, we had to go the normal way. I lost a bunch of time there, but that's perfectly fine, honestly. It's a hard trick, and I've been really failing that recently.
All right, chat. Post your pigs in chat. Say goodbye to Mr. Oinkers.
All right, so now we are actually going into the biggest skip in the entire game, and this one, for some reason, I'm actually better at. Also, slide.
Whee! I think it's interesting that they're using like slides and stuff instead of like typical ramps or like a lot of extra ladders, like most games would.
So what I'm gonna do on this trick is we're gonna be skipping this pig here. I need to stand in a specific area. We're going to up warp here. Oh, I got it first try. Let's go. first try.
That I'm
That
still
is a
like
very,
perplexed by
very
that.
inconsistent hard trick. I promise you that. So I did the same upwarp one, but you have no visual reference of what you have to do. So but I managed to find a visual reference for myself. Where if the white on Ember, on the hood, if you can barely see it, up top, that means that you have, or behind the pig, and then you run, up, and then directly straight down, then you have done it. You have done the trick. It's, like I said, it's a very hard reference point for me. Like, trying to explain it to people is very difficult just because only I know the reference point of where, in which to go. But if you miss it the first time, we're gonna have to do it a second time. So
I do want to point out how very large that pig was, and I was a little bit spooked by the pig's belly glowing. Is there any context or story stuff that we're missing on why that pig looked the way it did?
So normally what you have to do in this area is you have to go and you have to find something that the pig will eat in order for the pig to move for you.
Okay, so just piggy's hungry as a pig would once be.
Correct.
Okay.
So now we're going to push this out of the way. Then we're going to grab the TV again, and we are going to move over this way and do it one more time. So a little bit of Ember's white. Teleport up there, and that's why it's so hard, because you can teleport back down like that. Okay, got it, second try. Okay, that was really fast, big skip. We do not have to do that trick ever again.
So you only have to do it twice, and you effectively get through.
Yep, you skip a lot. Alright, so, we're not done with the TV. We're gonna actually set the TV about right here. Then we're going to, well, maybe. We're gonna set the TV right there. Then we're gonna upwarp. Once again. We're gonna go over here.
That's never gonna get tiring to see, honestly, because you just
No,
immediately zip.
that's why I love this game. Then we're gonna kind of wiggle our way into here. Ember. There we go. We're gonna wiggle our way through the wall there. Skipping a whole witch section. Yes, there's a witch in this game.
The witch of the woods, the witch of the swamp. I wouldn't have guessed.
All right, and there we go. We have solved it. It's turtle, frog, turtle, frog.
But they all look like turtles and frogs. How do you know which one's which?
Just the way that you land on them. All right. So this one, this is actually one of the longer puzzles. This was very challenging the first time I played it. You have to guide the light to the end here, and you have to move these snakes in a specific way. Specifically, this last one was very difficult until you know how to solve it. There we go.
The darkness hungered for them all.
They're making these puzzles like way too easy.
Yes. I do not mean to, but yes.
Alright, this will be on the test class later on. Remember all of these solutions. See if you can find better solutions.
Alright, so now we have... Is this our first forlorn in this area? I never remember if this is first forlorn.
Ember spoke
Alright, so now we don't have to solve the puzzle again. There is no frog, turtle, frog, turtle, frog. So now we're going to go over here, and we are going to go to our next one. You will see Mr. Oinkers, but it's a different Mr. Oinkers, but we are not going to interact with Mr. Oinkers. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to go on another slide, so Jack, get ready.
Here we go again, down the slide.
And there's Mr. Oinkers.
I love the little frogs. I've seen like 3 different frogs now. 3 different types of different frogs of different colors.
And then we had to turn that so we can actually get to our next forlorn. So once again,
There is definitely a lot of slides in this game.
so what I love is Ember actually does get muddy from landing in the mud, but the mud fades away slowly.
Nice little
As you can see, it's
subtle
already-
detail.
Yeah, I love it. Alright, so this is Path of Ruin. This is a very simple puzzle, so much so that if you want to read off anything really quick, you can do that.
Yeah, so I just want to remind people that in addition to your monetary donations, Go Rescue is always looking for supplies to help keep the pups happy and healthy. They accept anything from dry dog food, canned dog food, and also cleaning supplies to help keep everything moving, like paper towels, laundry detergents, even furniture, and obviously vehicles, because the pups do need to get around when they need to, visit the veterinarians and stuff to make sure they're nice and healthy. So if you do want to support them, please go to gorescuedogs.com, go check out the How Can I Help tab, and you'll be able to find things like their Amazon wish list.
The strangers
All right,
stretch their
and
limbs.
that was another puzzle solved. We do not need to use Mr. Unkers. If you were doing a 100% run of this game, you would all forlorn, or well, there's a 100% and an all forlorn. 100%, I've never actually gotten every single treasure in this game, so I don't run 100% or all forlorn. But if you want a full experience for the game, I would suggest all forlorn, because then you can get all the puzzles. Alright, and normally, a skull is the thing that the pig would eat. Right there.
Perhaps
Why? Why skull?
I don't know. That's the only thing that he'll eat in order for you to...
I was picturing like an apple or something, like a golden
Oh,
apple.
no. Nope, a skull.
Maybe the pig's confused and thinks it's an apple.
Alright, so now we're going to move this over here. We're going to move it back this way.
Someone needs to talk to that pig about its dietary, thought process, because, obviously skulls aren't very nutritious.
Bone marrow? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, sure, but consumption of skulls I don't think quite works out the same way.
over their journey.
So this puzzle is very challenging when you first play it. I promise you it is very challenging. But I just solved the puzzle.
Twisted by
This is actually the fastest puzzle in the entire game. For it being one of the most challenging puzzles in the entire game, it's the fastest to solve in the speedrun.
Do all of those fires
Alright,
stay
and
lit
that
as
will-
you're solving the puzzle?
What was that?
Do all the fires stay lit once you've lit them while
Yeah.
solving that puzzle? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that does make it a little bit easier than what
The
I was
only way
expecting.
the only way it'll go out is if you actually
Bravely,
fail,
the
like
stranger said.
hitting or if you go onto like it looked like holes in the ground. That's air that blasts through, so it'll light out the fires and you'll have to start over again. Alright. So now we're done with that, and we are actually going to the second campfire. So if you have any incentives you want to plug or anything, you can go for it right now.
Yeah, so we do have some incentives that are currently active. Again, coming up, we do have the, throughout the day, towards the end of this day, we do have the Spin Rhythm XD Sight Read Showcase, which I was informed is not what I ever would have guessed. But they're reading a chart and for the first time, so that is basically what it means. So it means they will not know what this is, I guess, ahead of time, so it'll be like a first time first see thing. And then we have the Sonic Generations play all the Unleashed Day stages that are still yet to be met. You can easily unlock the Spin Rhythm XD Sight Read Showcase for an extra $60 right now. And then the Sonic Generations incentive, we're only $70 away from getting that extra content added to the marathon. So definitely get your support in for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center if you'd like to see either of those.
All right. Thank you so much. So now we're going to head up this direction. And one thing I forgot to point out is you've been seeing this red character run around the entire game. Yeah, try and remember that red character for later on.
Hope you have a good Emperor's heart, Sank.
So I like to tell the truth here because I believe that the dialogue is shorter. I don't know if it is or not, but I believe that the dialogue is shorter if you tell the truth instead of lying there. So in other words, tell the truth, people. Don't lie.
I do want to mention that again, like I'm very, very like happy to see a lot of like warm tones and colors in this game. It's a very different kind of color palette than you would probably see in most games. But I guess they're going for like the whole like fire tone sort of thematic with the environments and stuff, which I've been enjoying seeing. It's very warm and cozy looking.
Yeah. So once again, we're just talking to the Forest King. The Forest King says, just stay here. I'll give you this key. Just make sure that everything is locked up to the side and don't take off again. Well,
they're being very trusting of us.
about that. Oh,
you're a stranger. Here's the key to my house. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah. So they give us the key. Please do not leave. We're gonna go over here, and it says you need to turn the key a little bit slowly. It literally says slowly. Turn the key slowly, but in fact we are not going to turn it slowly. In fact, we are going to turn it very fast. So now we're heading into basically the final area of the game. We still have a little bit for time, obviously. Like, we have to go through this whole area, but there is another massive trick inside of this area that will be coming up. Oops, why did I even try and go down there?
But the water wasn't high enough to use it.
But also, I have a question for you again, Mash.
Oh no, me answering questions is always a route for trouble.
Ember was at the
Do you like
it had once
crabs?
been flooded.
Yeah, I like crabs because they have this like cool little shuffle dance they can do. Are we gonna see something like that?
Because you'll be seeing a little bit of a shuffle dance if you talk about it. What we have to do up here is, in order to get to the next area, we need to break a rope, and we also have to get the water out from the dam. That's right there.
That statue in the back with the pig with the gag ball is very concerning to me.
Oh, that's the dam.
That's the dam?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we have to do, they said, you help me and I will help you. Use the bucket over there to get the crab out.
And I'll help you lowering the crab over
and
there with the giant bucket.
So the thing about this crab is it will only go in the direction that it can see the food. So I'm gonna be placing it down in a way that it gets it to the seesaw. Perfect. And one more. There we go. We've now solved it, and he will get to it, so I will go all the way up here, wait for the crab, just to pick him up.
We get to effectively hold / pet the crab?
We are holding the crab, people.
Crab power!
And we need the crab power to break the rope for us.
That's a very effective tool.
There we go. Crab is angry, and then the crab goes flying. And say goodbye to the crab because we will not see the crab again.
Come back! We literally just slingshot that crab into I don't know where. He just like blinked off screen.
So now we're going to get ourselves up this way so we can effectively open up the dam. Perfect. You can save a little bit of time there just by walking up and not waiting to go up to the very top, because you like twist up a little bit when you go.
You got a moment?
Yeah,
I have something. Yeah, so we got a $10 donation there from Men Shaus. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Again, English is really, really hard. It doesn't matter if you're a native English speaker. English is just one of those languages that everybody will struggle with. But they did say, couldn't donate much, but I'll gladly help out a doggo in need. Every pet deserves a loving home. And I highly agree on that, especially during the winter months when it's getting cold out there. So thank you again. They did put it towards picking M-Chan's game, and they put it through for the new Super Luigi U choice. So if you would like to see new Super Mario Bros. 2 end up winning, then only $11 or anything more than $10 will allow that to shift. So thank you again, everybody. And yeah, thank you, Steve, so far for this wonderful little cozy run.
Thank you. So as you've seen me do this, we have been solving the furnace, which will allow for the dam to open completely. But the issue is, we don't know if we will get in trouble for opening up the dam. That's what the person is saying. I hope we don't get in trouble.
What a satisfying rush the dam water burst.
So now we have water.
That doesn't look like water to me, but okay.
That is definitely water, I promise you.
Very green and putrid looking.
Ember does hope we do not get in trouble for opening that up.
Though really did hope they wouldn't be.
But the crabs will be happy at very least. They love water.
Oh yeah. So now that we've opened up the dam, that allows for us to continue on with the game to get to the next area. But unfortunately, we are going to go on to our final slide of it. So I need everybody in chat to have their final wheeze in chat. And then we are going to be going on a boat.
With
And the-
everything flooded again.
That is a very big slide.
Wee!
All right.
That's like the
so
biggest
final-
slide in the game.
Yeah, it's the longest one and the last one. Oops. There we go. So this bow, we're gonna be doing just like we were doing with our sprinting. We're gonna be doing it in a rhythmic motion. A lot of people like to go faster with it. However, I found that going a little bit slower seems to I'm able to control the boat a little bit better. So I'm gonna be going like this with the boat the entire time. Every time that you see the blue show up in the front of the boat, I'm hitting the button to get through.
That is a very tiny boat. That boat is like literally smaller than us.
But yeah, I find that it's a little bit easier to control a boat if I'm going at this speed instead of faster.
Why the dam had been
And plus I don't want to just like kill my hand by mashing constantly.
You know, I've counted a dozen times that you said the word mash, and I always keep thinking someone's referring to me.
So what I'm gonna
Imagine
do
in
here
a
is I'm gonna
world
do a
where
little
we
bit
do a
of drift
speed
with the
run
boat.
without actually using it.
So I did a drift with the boat there just so I could turn around, so when I leave, I will be facing the correct direction with the boat when I have to leave. So now we are going to be we're going to be thinking with mirrors here. I know we had Portal, and we were thinking Portal earlier on in the marathon, we were thinking with portals. Well, we're going to be thinking with light and mirrors here. So we're going to put that in, and the sun is going to shine on it. And we just had to face it on the other mirror here. So I'm going to grab it, I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to get out of the way there, because I have to mash the button to skip the narrator here, but if you're too close, you will grab it, again, in the middle of mashing out of the dialogue. So now we're going to go down, and we're going to get back on the boat into the next area.
Are those light rays at all dangerous to your health in the speedrun?
That I don't know.
I'm
your
asking this
character?
as
No.
a very concerned individual who popped into a Playday game, Resident Evil 5, where light could kill you, especially in a cooperative setting.
No, we can step into the light all we want.
Okay, that's good. Because that always scares me when you're doing puzzles and you're playing with another person and they just happen to kill you with a shining beam of light and you just didn't see it.
So now we're going to grab another mirror here. And you would think that you would use that mirror to solve in-game puzzle with light and everything. No. We're not solving anything with this mirror. In fact, we are going to be using it for another skip in the game. And like I said, Portal thinks with portals, Last Campfire thinks with mirrors. So we're going to take the mirror with us instead of putting it into the pedestal that was over there. We're going to take this with us so we can do a really big skip coming up that saves, I would say, roughly, it seems like 15-20 minutes of gameplay.
That's actually a really big.
Yeah.
That is like huge for a game like this.
Mm-hmm. So this is a very, very simple puzzle. All you have to do is you have to use the lanthorn to bring this over to us. This. Then grab the statue and get out of here. So if you have anything that you want to say, you can.
Yeah. Don't forget, folks, you are watching No Holidays Allowed. This is the holiday event that No Glitches Allowed puts on once a year. And it's presented by them. And this event is open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer. Not just glitchless runs, which is what the other event mainly showcases. And we're looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns to watch as you bundle up by the campfire this winter, which just so happens to fit with this game. So, again, like, very, very happy to be here and excited to see interesting new games that I've never once seen before. So that's always nice.
Awesome, thank you. So we got our first forlorn of this area. And now we're going to use this mirror. We're going to go into this corner. We're going to turn really quickly. And we're going to go out of bounds. We are completely out of bounds right now. Then we have to get all the way up to that dock up there. But we have to make sure that we don't touch anything down below us. Perfect. All right. And like that, we have now skipped an entire area where we have to build, help with a, oops, why did that stop? We have to help with a, robot to build the robot and find the different parts for a robot. We'll then build us a boat because our boat ends up crashing and breaking. However, we do not have to do all that, unfortunately, because the robot is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire game. And we just never see him in the speedrun.
Bird.
So we did that whole out of bounds area just to get that spindle in order to continue on. Otherwise, we would never have to go into this area. So we're going to go back down. And it's going to have a little bit of funny dialogue here, so I'll let you listen in on her.
The boat was a little unconventional.
The boat was a little unconventional, even though it is very conventional because it's the same boat that we had before. So the reason she says that is because you get to choose your boat. If you have that robot, you can make it into a duck, and I don't remember the other choices because I always chose duck, always. But it would make the boat like a themed boat instead of just the regular boat. Alright, so this is the puzzle that I accidentally found like a faster way to do the puzzle. I'm gonna be doing it like basically normally. However, when with those that little area up there, we have to land this boat on it in a specific way. However, if you light them all up and then you move one more forward, you're a little bit farther forward up than you would normally be on this. Normally you would just be on all four of them. Instead, we are up one space and it still counts towards you solving the puzzle. Found it by accident because I forgot what I was doing. And it still works.
Had they deserved to make it this
Alright.
far?
Heading into the next area. Or the next puzzle. I promise you that that is a hard puzzle to solve, Nor. That one took me like 30-45 minutes. You still kind of lost by all these puzzles here, Mash?
Yeah, definitely, because again, you're solving them at like breakneck speeds, and I'm still contemplating like how I'd even solve the first part of each puzzle each time. So this is definitely wild to see. Not to mention, like, some of the skips have been really cool to see. Like the out of bounds one that you did, where like you were walking on water, like it was just, that was cool to see. I don't usually get to see that too many times in like puzzle games.
Yeah, and I have like a visual cue as to what I'm supposed to do. That, like, Ember kind of like jerks forward just slightly when I get into that corner. That's when I know that I have to turn really fast and place down the mirror. That's normally what I do with the other skip with the fruit. However, it just would not work for me this time.
Yeah, like some of the skips that you're doing is like stuff that I would imagine is like what I've seen in most like action or RPGs or stuff like that. But like you're doing these kinds of skips in a puzzle game, which is like the bizarre thing for me.
Yeah, that's why I like to show that. That's why this is probably one of my favorite speedruns to play right now, because it's a puzzle game, and most people wouldn't expect like a puzzle game to be all like a lot of some tech involved with it like that. And
yeah, there might be some like tech with some of the solutions to puzzles for like fastest completion times and stuff like that, but like yeah, I wouldn't have expected some of the stuff that you have been doing so far.
Yeah, and that's why I love showing it off. Alright, that puzzle took me like an hour and a half to solve by myself.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being honest with us. See, I told, like, I earlier before we got to this run, like, I mentioned that, you know, there's been puzzles that seem super simple that have taken me hours to complete because, you know, sometimes I overcomplicate the simplest solution. But I'm glad that I'm not the only one that struggles on puzzles.
Yeah, no, that is actually a difficult puzzle. But once you find the solution, you're just like, why was it like that simple to actually solve in the first place?
I think that's the intent of devs when they make puzzles for in their games, because like they look for very interesting ways to make simple solutions seem complicated.
The spindle was missing a hand.
So this is the whole reason we needed the spindle. Just to turn that. That's the only reason that we did that out of bounds trick. But luckily, it's in the run because it's so cool to see that out of bounds trick. So now we get back into our boat, and
the paddle is like so adorable. It's just like a little paddle. But again, like the boat is like basically is as large as our character, and the paddle is about half our size as well. So it's like, wow, the Ember is very strong.
All right, so the reason that I went wide on that section was because we have this cutscene, and we're still technically moving while this cutscene is happening. So once we start back up, we will. There's something in our path if we stay straight up right there. So instead of having to dodge out of the way of that thing, we just go wide there and allow for us to dodge that. All right,
that is a very big snake.
Yeah, it is a very big snake. All right, so we're gonna run up here, and we have to grab that little tiny statue that's up here. We're gonna place him right here. And then we're going to run down, and we are going to be a hamster in a wheel. We're going to run in this little wheel here. We're going to turn away from it. Move everything this way. Then we're going to place this, I would say, roughly about right here. And then we're going to get back on it and face towards it. Let's see if I line that up perfectly. I did. Okay, perfect. So now all I need to do is go down there and then basically just turn, and it will place it inside of the little area right there. So we're gonna pick it up and then just mash the button there and set it in. And now we are going to run over this way, and we're going to talk to this forlorn. This will be our last forlorn in this area, and then we just have to head back. So this one is another one that took a little bit, not as long as that last one. However, there's a very simple solution. Move this all the way forward, then move this up, and then up one, and then you just completely solve the puzzle.
Some faded memory.
It is very, very easy. It took me a while to figure out a fast pathing for that, because I could not figure out like a fast way to do that, because I was like moving stuff like 5 extra steps in order to solve that puzzle. Alright, so that's our last forlorn. We just have to head to the campfire. And then we're heading into endgame already.
With tears, the
I know it
stranger
seems
said,
like it's went
"You
fast
have
because
reminded me, friend."
It honestly does not feel like we've been here that long.
no, it's the game like changes up so much, and the story is awesome that makes you want to continue playing and watching the game, and that's why, like I said, I love playing this game. Because
If a game can enable a time skip in our own minds, and it's like time can fly by, then I think a game's doing a good job.
yeah. And like I said, I would highly suggest this game casually, though, like to solve the extra puzzles that are inside of this game, because there are some like very tricky puzzles besides like the one that I said took like an hour and a half for me. There are some other difficult tricks that, or not tricks, puzzles to be solved that, to be honest, I've forgotten how to solve them entirely. But yeah, we're talking to the Campfire Guardian again. If you have anything that you want to say,
The ghost
I'm just gonna be matching.
I will warm them. An ember
Yeah, so, you know, we're getting close to the end of this run. And it's been such an entertaining time with you to watch this game. And again, like the art style, the color palette for the tone and the coziness, like the warm feeling we get from this game, very, very fitting. Very, very nice game. Yeah, like I would definitely give this game a shot. It's one of those games that is super nice, but you know, we do have stuff on the docket coming up. Right after this run, we do have another run. That'll be Doom 64. But we do have an interview that'll be happening a little bit after as well. So that is not too far away. But we are here in support of the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And every bit of support matters. You just tuning in and watching runs like this means a big difference for the event in general, but also retweeting and liking on socials such as Twitter or X. It does mean a lot as well, because that small bit of exposure can make a big difference towards the turnout, as well as other people's interest in the games that we have the runner showing off as well. So thank you again, everybody.
The taste of fresh air was welcome.
Awesome, thank you.
As Ember left
Get
cave
on the
to
dock,
find
thank you. All right, so now we're gonna go see the Forest King one last time here. But this area kind of looks a little bit different, doesn't it?
It's definitely darker than the last several areas.
That's kind of strange.
Something was wrong.
Wait,
Ember could feel
the
it.
guards aren't here. The door's
Be
open.
quiet.
What's going on?
All the birds.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here's the
Something
guards.
bad's gonna happen.
They just let me pass. A chain. Maybe I should pull it. The Forest King. He's just laying there, not talking.
Don't tell me we're the ultimate baddie. Please, I can't take it.
So, as they say in Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, or in this case, pay no attention to the man behind the Forest King. The Forest King wasn't real this whole time.
It didn't feel real.
There was somebody controlling him the whole time. We could have left.
The forest.
Oh,
king
he was just a
wasn't here.
giant puppet.
Yes.
That is... I honestly, that is major spoilers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, this was like the biggest shocker of like the entire game when you play it casually. So now we're gonna pull that rope that just happened to pop down for us, so we can walk through this this door here, and we're going to head to our final forlorn of the game.
Boats were scattered on the water.
So there's a little bit of matching after I get to the forlorn, but after the mashing, I will let you know when time comes up. This is a very simple final puzzle for like going through all the forlorn and stuff like that. This is a very simple puzzle, I promise you. This is like very easy. But yeah, once again, I wanted to say, please play this game casually. Because the narration is great, the puzzles are amazing, the artwork, the art style is great. As you can see, it's just a wonderful game, and I will always suggest playing this game casually because it's so fun. If you like puzzle games like I do, then you will absolutely adore this game.
The stage just gives me Fez vibes right now because of the way it's spinning around.
Yeah. So all we need to do is just block this, block all these areas so we don't have the air blowing, because we have to carry the last forlorn soul here back up. But if you didn't block any of them or get it out of the way, it would blow it out of your hands and you had to go all the way back down.
They had watched those they care for turn forlorn.
All right. So we're gonna go up here to the to give the soul to them. Then we have some dialogue mashing, and then it will be time.
And Ember's actions had seemed a distorted.
Hardly believe that this run is literally concluding now. I almost like it's almost like I want more. You know what I mean?
Then play the game to 100%. Like, I saw this game on Xbox. Like I said, I saw this game on Xbox, and I'm like, this is a cute game. I want to speedrun it. And then saw that there were actual skips in it. I thought that I would have to play it normally throughout the game. But no, there's pretty major skips in it.
And then nothing more. I thought without an
All right.
end,
Yeah,
I lost hope.
the out-of-bounds stuff was very
Timing
impressive.
is coming up really soon here. After they say we will go together, and then I can't mash, or I can't do anything else, then it'll be time. So I will let you know.
Others whose paths had crossed their own. After everything, may my boat
come on.
finish your journey. Leave this place and
Ember to
may
the
you
end of the
ever
head.
Any more ready than the Wanderer.
We will go together, and time.
GG, Steve. Thank you again. Like that was a super cozy, nice little puzzle game to see done fast.
Yeah.
Those skips are very impressive, honestly, for a game like this.
Yeah.
It's a shame you couldn't get that one to work, but we did get to spend a little bit of time with Mr. Oinkers, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I have to work on that trick. I used to be really good at it, get it every time, and I've just lost the touch for that. I just need to work on it again. But yeah, thank you for watching The Last Campfire. If you enjoyed this game, it seems like it's always on sale for some reason. But I would strongly suggest playing it casually. I love the story to it. The puzzles are amazing. There's a speedrun. Or speedrun.com for this. I don't know if there's a Discord. If there is, I'm not in it. But there is different categories. There's the 70%, there's all forlorn, there's 100% if you're interested in any of those. I also play over 50 different speedruns, and starting next year I'm going to be learning a speedrun for every letter of the alphabet. So if you're interested in watching me learn any of those games, it's Steve TV Online on Twitch. I'm also on YouTube and any social media at Steve TV Online. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm glad other people got to see this game.
Yeah, thank you again for sharing such a lovely game. Again, like, big shout outs to the devs for making such a game it's got a cute vibe to it. It's nice and cozy. And again, like the aesthetics for the art style and the color palette that they chose to go with, a very warm, cozy sort of feeling, fits the theme and the name of the game very, very well. So again, it just seems like a fantastic, nice little experience to enjoy, and seems like you get a lot of time out of it if you really are impressed by stuff like that. So thank you again for showing that off, and yeah, stick around, folks. We do have another run coming up very soon. We're going to be heading to intermission briefly while we get that set up, and yeah, then we'll talk a bit more about the event and some of the upcoming stuff. So thank you again, Steve.
Rise from your grave.
All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that run by Steve TV Online. That was a nice little cozy experience, showing off some nice, cute, puzzling action. Again, like, such a warm aesthetic and art design for the game. I'm very, very happy that we got to see that run. It was my first time seeing that game in general. Again, like, my initial thoughts about what the game was going to be out just by the name. Completely not what I was expecting, but I am certainly happy that we got such a little treat for a puzzle game to start off the nice cozy start to the marathon. We will be moving into the next run, which will be Doom 64, the 2020 release. And that'll be done by Twilight Soul. Sure to be a very entertaining little run. And we're going to be doing that run shortly. They're doing BG full game with controller. That is the category. I'm a little bit confused what BG means, but I'm sure we'll have the explanation for that during the run. Doing the full game on controller, most people I know that play Doom games, they do it with mouse and keyboard whenever possible, because a lot of the stuff works a bit differently in a lot of those games, and mouse and keyboard gives you a little bit more control over things. But I'm certain there is a reason why they prefer to use controller besides maybe comfort. I'm getting told in chat that BG stands for Be Gentle, which honestly, I forgot that games like Doom have their difficulties named in slightly funny ways. So thank you again, chat, for being so awesome and so supportive, and being very informative about things in general, especially when other people are not aware of what some things might actually mean. Because again, abbreviations, sometimes I don't expect people to understand every single abbreviation. A lot of the time, one abbreviation could mean something else to somebody else. So thank you again for letting people know. Always nice. Again, just want to remind you folks that we are here for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. We're going to, if you do want to have a message read off during the marathon, please do send those messages in with your donation. Make sure that you do put them towards one of the incentives, either one of the target goals or possibly one of the bid wars. That way we can make sure that we add extra content or affect the content in any way for the runs to give that little extra spice of life, to make things a little bit more interesting, especially if you prefer to see something done a certain way, like the character choice for Super Mario Wonder, for instance. You can have any one of those characters be the option to be used during the run, and then as well as some of the extra games and content added to them as well, which we're still a little bit ways off, but we still have plenty of time to get those met and have them happen. Because a lot of those runs are coming up towards the end of the day, but there is some other incentives along the way as we go through. So if you do happen to have a message and you do want it read and put it towards one of those incentives, then please do so. Some new incentives that are available are the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, the true any percent speedrun. We need a target goal of $45 to get that met. So if you do want to see the any percent run of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, then definitely send those in towards that. And as well as the Nights into Dream Holiday Special Disc as a total for $100 to make that happen. So two really amazing incentives that you can also put towards, but I highly do recommend the Spin Rhythm XD Sight Read Showcase, which will be interesting, which is a rhythm game, so that'll be super fun. And then the Sonic Generations, they'll be able to play some extra content, which is the Unleashed, all the Unleashed day stages, which we're currently $70 shy of making that bet. So, as an update for the Super Mario Bros. Wonder character choice, currently we still have Mario in the lead by $10. Shortly behind them is Luigi, and only $2 behind Luigi is Toadette. So if you want any of those characters to take over the lead, then you can definitely make that happen very easily. Even if you can't send in a large contribution towards the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, even a simple $1 makes a huge difference, more than you can possibly imagine. Just tuning in, watching the marathon also is a big help, and retweeting or telling other people about the marathon and event is also a large help as well, because again, the exposure, more people get to enjoy the content and the runs and become aware of what we are doing here. and that passing of information through word of mouth and literally by showing them what we are doing is the best possible way for people to understand and get to enjoy what we're supporting. So just a little bit of extra information here. That in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Abanos lost her home, and her focus became on saving and preventing her family dogs from going back to the animal control. So they were starting out with an empty shell of a building, and it soon became not only a place for their animals, but also a place for other rescues that they have been doing over the years. And they've rescued over 2,000 dogs to date, and they don't expect and don't want to slow down at any point. So anything that anybody has done to help them is a big help, and they're very, very extremely thankful for that. We will be having an interview with her later today. It should be right after the next run. So very much looking forward to that, and we'll be able to hear more about what they're doing from them themselves, and it'll just be a great little experience for everybody in general. If you do want to support them as well, or check out other ways you can support them, please go to their website at gorescuedogs.com. Click on the tab called How Can I Help, and you'll find things like the Amazon wish list, which contributing towards that will allow them to buy the necessary supplies and stuff they need to take care of the animals that they're sheltering, and until they find a nice loving home. And not just any home. They don't just look for any home for the animals. They literally look for like the perfect home and the perfect family to love and support them. So highly recommend doing that. And these puppers need to eat. They need to stay warm, especially during the winter right now. So any contribution that you can put towards that to potentially save a life of an animal that they're currently taking care of, or a future rescue that they might be planning to do, would make a difference in the world, as well as a smile on a child's face, or for a family in general that looks to be adopting an animal through them. Which they've been doing amazing work over the years with. So thank you. Okay, folks. So regrettably, I'm going to inform you that this will be my last hosting shift for the event. It's been a wonderful time as a first-time host for any event in particular, and after the years that I've been around No Glitches Allowed for any other events, it's been such a wonderful experience. So many wonderful and awesome people participating and also organizing and helping out with the event. All the volunteers, all the staff and stuff, I want to say very much a grateful thank you for that. I've learned a lot over the years working with many people, including everybody on this team. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully in the future come back as a host, learn more, and become better and better as everybody should in their life, and really strive to be a better host over the years as it comes through experience. So thank you again, everybody. I won't be leaving you in the lull without an awesome replacement host, Happy by 3. They will do a fantastic job. They're such a creative and energetic individual, and I'm excited to have them take over for me in my stead. But they have very, very much capable hands. So take it away, Happy.
Aw, thanks, Mash. That's very nice. Mash is great. shocked that's your first hosting shift at any event. Not only because it went really, really well, but because you do so much for so many events. I can't believe you haven't been on mic before. Appreciate y'all. We are getting ready. I think pretty close to ready for our next run, Doom 64. In the meantime, let's do a quick reminder what we're raising money for here. Yeah, we are raising some money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, a fantastic locally founded and owned nonprofit no-kill dog rescue shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. I've done quite a few events for Go Rescue, talked to the founder a few times, and I am hugely happy to support their cause and the work that they do. I have family in Norfolk and a certified zoo of animals in my home, so I am certainly a big believer in both the location and the mission. And by all accounts, they're doing some really incredible stuff. So if you have it in you to donate, every little bit helps. I know not everyone's financial situation, allows you to do those huge $50, $100 donos, but even $5, even $1 can be really helpful when, there's a lot of us doing it. What was the donation? I don't know if there was one, unless there's one that MASH didn't read. I will check. Oh, gotcha. No, I was not saying a specific donation. I was saying, in general, not everyone can afford $100, $50, etc., but even a little bit helps. Gotcha. I recognize that the way I phrased that sounded like I was referring to a specific donation. Anyway, if you do have the ability to even throw a couple dollars at one of our targets or polls, we do have a lot of cool stuff coming up. In just a few hours here, we have Spin Rhythm XD, and we're going for a sight reading showcase. That'll take just $60 in donations. For anyone who's not familiar with sight reading in rhythm games and or in actual music, that means that the player is going to be doing some songs that they have not seen before, that they are not familiar with, and they will just be kind of, first time you see it is the first time you go through it. And if you've seen how complicated and absurd those rhythm games can get, the idea of sight reading one of those is incredible. And one other way that we can get the marathon going a little bit longer is with our Sonic Generations Play All Unleashed Day stages. We've already got some Sonic. Why not get more Sonic? And it's Sonic Unleashed. Now I'm being told by chat that this dono from Real Gerbo was not read. So quick shout out to the realest of them all, the Real Gerbo, for $100 donation. Ridiculously kind and charitable, but that's also just Gerbo as a person. So who's surprised? And that $100 comes with the comment, I kind of want to see this disc played, and went towards Nights into Dreams holiday special disc, and that was 100 out of the 100 for that target. So thank you, Gerbo, for single-handedly giving us more marathon.